Good morning.
Hi, Jay. How are you?
I'm very well. We were just talking about all the original content that you can find out there now on platforms like Netflix and Hulu and all the different places that have started to replace even going to the movies these days. And one thing that was released on Netflix this weekend really fits that bill. It is Glow.
Glow, yes, indeed. And I talked about it a bit last week, but it finally came on this past weekend, and the chatter about it is overwhelmingly positive, and everybody seems to love the gorgeous ladies of wrestling.
Give us a kind of a synopsis of what Glow is.
Glow is set in the 80s, and it's based on an actual TV show called Glow that had about a 15-minute window of fame. And essentially what it was everybody saw that WWF wrestling back in the day was doing really well, and they thought, well, let's give it a try with females. And so they really did pull in just actresses. They just auditioned actresses and said, surprise, your gig is you're going to be wrestlers. What do you think of it? And some of them said no. They just walked right out of the interview, and the other ones stuck around and gave it their all and put on a really great show for as long as they could.
Now, this series on Netflix, what did you think? What are your feelings?
I loved it. It was very funny, and
that's what a lot of people said over the weekend on Facebook and other platforms.
And it was emotionally engaging as well. The characters were deep and had issues, and the way that the ring that they were getting into and out of, or even for some of them standing on the edge of watching these women and how hard they were working and watching what they were going through while they were doing their thing, it was like a catharsis for them and how they were working through everything. It was very interesting.
Is this a series? Is it available for binge watching, or is it released?
Yep. Binge watching it is.
How many episodes?
I believe there's 12. There may be 13.
And that's on Netflix.
Yep, sure is.
So coming up on Spike TV this week, we have The Mist, a Stephen King horror kind of film.
Yeah, the first episode was released this past Thursday, and it's still available online on spike.com. And I previewed the second episode, which is also available, and the third. All three are available online on spike.com. It was a good idea for them to do that because the first episode was one that I made fun of a lot in my review. I have a lot of fun with shows that are not good when I write about them, and this one was not good. But the second episode, things make a lot more sense, and they calmed down a little bit. The first one was filled with social messages that just weren't earned. The characters had no right to be speaking to the audience in the way that they were, because we didn't even know who the heck they were. But in the second outing, things start to calm down, and we get to see actual people interacting with this frightening mist. And it becomes more like a Stephen King version. So that's a good thing.
Good. And how many episodes in The Mist?
10. There's 10. And it's going up this Thursday against Zoo. So that's another kind of crazy show with, by another good author, James Patterson. So it's going to have, and that's been on the air for 2 years already. So there's going to be some horror author competition this Thursday, which will be fun.
Now, you indicated that season 1 wasn't exactly maybe the best season, but it found its self in season 2, and you're looking forward to season 3.
Yeah. What happened was it's the tone. If a show comes on and it doesn't have everything that it needs to be the perfect horror, horror is hard to do. And it comes on, it does moderately well, but maybe it comes off looking too cheesy because the CGI isn't really the best. They have to kind of embrace the fact that they don't have the best of everything and make it a little campier. And that's what they did in season 2. And they started admitting inside the storyline that, oh my gosh, this is just weird. And they played it as weird and fun and had a really good time with it. And this coming season looks like it's going to be absolutely crazy. And there's nothing more fun than absolutely crazy.
Right. Scream Queens. I mean, I have not seen Zoo, but I did see some of Scream Queens. And again, not taking itself too seriously. That was more of a comedy.
Right.
But once again, on the horror side, you know, it's not the best in CGI and all of that, but it's a lot of fun.
Right. Absolutely.
Carissa Pavlika, thank you so much for joining us.
You betcha.
Managing editor of TVFanatic.com, joins us here on the McGraw Show every Monday morning. Right now it is 8:29, 68 degrees.